Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Joe Bisping for another video here. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, I wanted to share this video. This video is from Jay from Tree Service Lead Machine. It's 3 sales tips on how to close more jobs when you're outbidding jobs, and some really good information here. So I wanted to share it, and also he's giving away some free access to his software. So here we go. I'm gonna watch along with you, and we'll talk about it as we go.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to talk about 3 sales tips to help you close more deals with more estimates won. I'm also going to give the first 15 people who click the link below access to our amazing Tree Service Lead Machine business management software for free for 3 days. Let's get into it. All right, guys, tip number 1. You're going to always want to lead with value. Value versus price. Remember, the customer is prepared to spend money if they're having you come out to their house to give an estimate. You got to remember the rule of 3. Normally, 3 estimates are given. 1 company is eliminated immediately, 1 company will fail to follow up, and 1 company will take the win. You want to be that company. What backs up cost? Value. Value equals quality, experience, and expertise. You're also going to want to have a mantra. You know, what makes your company different from your competition? If the customer asks you that, you got to be prepared to give your mantra and be able to give that quickly and efficiently. It should have some swing to it. That way the customer will remember you when they're looking over your estimate and deciding if they want to do business with you. Continue. The walkthrough. You want to keep it under 25 minutes. First, you should break it down into the arrival. This is where you build rapport. And remember, never talk for more than 60 seconds without re-looping the customer back in. See, a lot of us, we like to talk when we get nervous, and we tend to ramble on. So, sometimes meeting a customer can be a new experience, and it can be scary. But remember, you're there for a reason. You're there to win the job. So make sure that when you're talking to the customer, you're asking them questions, but you're re-looping them back in if you're talking more than 60 seconds.
Yeah, and I would add too, it's good to build the value in what you're doing business-wise. And sometimes that's your character as well. But, let people talk about themselves, talk about them, not you, on a personal level, unless they dive into that. But let people talk about themselves, and people love to talk about themselves. Makes them feel more comfortable.
The second part of this walkthrough, which is very, very important, is the determination. When you arrive on the job site, you want to determine whether this is pleasure versus priority. What that means is this tree, is this a pleasure job? Is this the customer having the tree removed so they can add value to their property? Maybe they want to expand their yard, or they want to add a flower feature, or they want to do something to be able to add value to their property. Or is it a priority? Is this a dangerous job? Is this something that needs to come down sooner than later so that nobody gets hurt, or maybe a building doesn't get damaged? And that's how you're going to continue your pitch and your walkthrough is once you determine if it's pleasure versus priority.
Yeah, and a lot of times that can help you determine how much you're going to charge for the job. If it's a priority, they're going to want it done very quickly. You might be busy. You might need to price it a little bit higher because they're going to push you to get it done. If it's pleasure, you might be able to put it off to a better time. Just, stack away some work for you, maybe depending on where you live in the winter time. Might be the right job to put away and save for the right days and push out your schedule. So definitely can help to know the difference.
Then we come into the value proposition. Why should the customer use your company? And then finally, you have the close. You're going to provide the customer with a price breakdown, and you're going to give the customer that price breakdown in the form of a bid or an electronic estimate. I always tell my students, ask the customer if they're ready to book the job before you leave.
Yeah, quick side note, if you haven't seen my previous video, the last one I did about a bid sheet, we offer it for free, so go check that out.
If you give them a price breakdown in the form of a physical paper bid, then it really gives them the ability to look it over really quickly and make that decision if they want to book with you for the job. If they say, you know what, I got to talk to my husband, or hey, I got to review this, then you know the objection, and you'll be ready when you follow up with the customer within the next day. When it comes to a bid sheet, are you using one? Provide a price breakdown for the customer to see. Remember, people want to know why a job is going to cost what it does. People don't make decisions based on price. It's always based on emotion, and that's followed by value. So make sure when you're giving them a price, you're giving them why it's going to cost that. And remember, your mantra is going to back that up. Tip number 2, follow up. After selling upwards of $50 million in sales over the past 10 years, I can tell you that wouldn't be possible without lots of follow-up. Have you ever heard the saying, the toughest survive? Well, in sales, the individual who does the most follow-up wins. After you have provided an estimate to the customer, make sure to follow up every 24 to 48 hours. Keep doing this until you receive a win or your objection to the handle. Once you receive that objection, get on the phone, handle it, and close the deal. Remember, people purchase on emotion, not price. With our tree service lead machine software, you can have the follow-up automated. What this means is once the estimate has been completed, you can drag that customer into our estimate completed category, and our system will send a follow-up text in 24 hours, and then incongruous to that, every day, every 2 days, 48 hours after that, until they respond to the text or the phone call to book the job. Tip number 3.
Yeah, I just want to take a second to say, yeah, I agree. Most people don't think about money, if they're truly serious about getting work done. There are a segment of people who literally only think about money, and you don't even want them as customers. If that's all they're thinking, if they just want the cheapest price, trust me, you don't even want them because they don't care, and they're going to try to take advantage of you. But when it comes to people who have money, who are serious about getting things done and taken care of, these are very, very, very good points. And
organization. Are you currently using a CRM? That's a customer relationship manager for your business, or are you just using pen and paper? Do you keep track of every customer profile? Bids won, bids lost, revenue. Do you have a system to do this on? Do you use a calendar to book your tree estimates and jobs on? Remember, organization is the key to success as you start to grow. You can only wear so many hats in the beginning. Someone once told me that if you want to be a millionaire, you have to think, act, and operate like a millionaire. Our amazing software can help you speak to customers, book estimates, track revenue, send out returning customer campaigns, build your reputation, and so much more. If you click the link below, we're going to give you access to our software for free for 3 days. When you fill out the form, one of our representatives will be in contact with you to do this. And just remember, guys, sales is always evolving, and if you don't stay on top of the game with the best technology, the next person will be doing that. And
this is the point where, there's going to be a segment of people who are watching this video who have small businesses, but you have to understand that you're either going to work for your tree business or your tree business is going to work for you. I mean, you're going to cap out at some point. You're going to have to start thinking as a business person, being organized, using certain things and tools to help you run your business. Otherwise, you just can't grow, right? Some of those things like, follow-up. You're right. You'll get more jobs with follow-up. A lot of guys don't take the time. You're either going to keep cutting trees or you're going to hire somebody to help you cut the trees, or you're going to use software that's going to help. And that's where, software like the tree service lead machine software that's going to send out the auto text is going to make all the difference in the world, because you don't always have time. So you're either growing or you're dying. You're either, a lot of companies grow and a lot of companies don't. And you continue to do tree work and try to run a business, and you wear out your joints. And eventually it falls apart, unfortunately. So you got to start thinking like a business person. So I'm going to say thanks to Jay for making that video. Some good tips and tricks. Click the link below to go ahead and get the opportunity to try out the software and see if you can integrate it with your business and watch it help you grow. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.